TV soap news and spoilers say that in the sultry, scandal-soaked world of Beyond the Gates, where passion and betrayal intertwine like ivy on a crumbling mansion, the love triangle of Dani, Bill, and Haley has viewers perched on the edge of their seats, hearts pounding with anticipation. The air is thick with drama, and every glance, every whispered word, crackles with the electricity of unresolved desires. At the center of this tempestuous saga is a question that haunts every fan. Will Dani and Bill, once the golden couple, find their way back to each other, leaving Haley abandoned in the wreckage of Bill's wandering heart? Or will Dani's whirlwind marriage to Andre hold strong, defying the odds and Bill's relentless pursuit? Let's dive deep into the simmering emotions, tangled motivations, and dramatic twists that define this intoxicating storyline, exploring the possibilities that could reshape their futures. The kiss that shook the gates. The drama reached a fever pitch when Dani and Bill shared a forbidden kiss, a moment so charged with longing and regret that it seemed to pause time itself. The kiss wasn't just a fleeting lapse in judgment, it was a seismic event, a crack in the carefully constructed facades of their lives. Dani, ever the provocateur, didn't let the moment pass quietly. With a glint in her eye and a smirk curling her lips, she asked Bill if he was embarrassed. A question that cut like a dagger, laced with accusation and challenge. Was she taunting him, poking at the raw wound of his infidelity to Haley? Or was there a flicker of hope in her words, a desperate wish that Bill might still feel something for her, something worth salvaging? Dani's question wasn't just a jab, it was a calculated move in a chess game of emotions. She knows Bill's history as a player, a man whose heart seems to beat only when someone else threatens to claim what he considers his. Bill's cavalier attitude, his insistence that he has nothing to be embarrassed about, reveals a man unapologetic in his pursuit of desire, a man who thrives on the thrill of the chase. Yet, there's a complexity to Bill that keeps viewers guessing. Is his confidence a mask for deeper insecurities, or is he truly as untouchable as he appears? When he callously threw Dani's past relationship with her almost incestuous underage groom in her face, it was a low blow, a reminder of her own vulnerabilities. But Dani, never one to back down, clapped back with a fiery retort, only to find herself caught in Bill's arms once more, as if drawn by an invisible force neither can resist. This moment encapsulates the push-and-pull dynamic that defines Dani and Bill's relationship. It's a dance of attraction and repulsion, of love tainted by mistrust. The kiss and its aftermath weren't just a betrayal of Haley, they were a declaration that the embers of Dani and Bill's past still glow, threatening to ignite into a full-blown inferno. Bill's game, a player's heart or a heart in conflict? Bill is the quintessential heartbreaker, a man whose charm is as dangerous as it is irresistible. His probing eyes, as Dani once warned Haley, are a beacon of his unfaithful nature. He'll always go back to his old cheating ways, Dani told her, a prophecy laced with both warning and wistful longing. Yet, Bill's behavior suggests a deeper conflict. He doesn't seem to want Dani when she's within reach, but the moment someone else, Andre, in this case, steps into the picture, his possessiveness flares. It's as if Dani's value to him is tied to the threat of losing her, a classic case of wanting what he can't have. This dynamic raises a critical question. Is Bill genuinely in love with Dani, or is he simply addicted to the drama of conquest? His confrontation with Dani about her past relationship was a masterclass in deflection, turning the tables to avoid confronting his own feelings. But when Dani stood her ground, her words sharp and her gaze unflinching, something shifted. The way she fell into his arms suggests that, despite her bravado, she's not immune to his pull. There's a magnetic quality to their interactions, a sense that they're two halves of a whole, doomed to collide no matter how hard they try to stay apart. For Haley, this is a devastating blow. She trusted Dani's warning but perhaps underestimated the depth of Bill's connection to his ex. The flirtation between Haley and Bill, which once seemed playful and promising, now feels like a cruel mirage. Dani's prediction that Bill's wandering eyes would lead him astray seems to be coming true, but did she secretly hope it would lead him back to her? The complexity of Dani's emotions, her anger, her desire, her fear of being hurt again, adds layers to this narrative, making it impossible to predict where her heart will land. Dani and Andre, a marriage built on sand? While Bill and Dani's chemistry crackles like a live wire, Dani's marriage to Andre hangs over the story like a storm cloud. Their whirlwind romance was the talk of Beyond the Gates, a union that seemed destined to crumble under the weight of its own impulsiveness. When Dani called to cancel the engagement, it was a moment of clarity, a recognition that her heart wasn't fully in it. But then, in a twist that stunned viewers, she changed her mind. Why? The answer lies in Bill's reaction. Seeing him unravel, consumed by jealousy and frustration, was a drug to Dani. Marrying Andre wasn't just about love or commitment, it was a way to wield power over Bill, to prove she could move on while simultaneously driving him to the edge. This decision speaks volumes about Dani's state of mind. She's a woman caught between her past and her future, torn between the safety of Andre's devotion and the wild, unpredictable pull of Bill's passion. Andre, for his part, is no mere bystander. He's charismatic, steadfast, and deeply in love with Dani, but there's a fragility to their bond. The whispers among the characters and the audience suggest that their marriage is a ticking time bomb, ready to explode under the pressure of Dani's unresolved feelings for Bill. Will Dani and Andre's marriage survive? The odds seem stacked against them. Andre's love is genuine, but it's no match for the history Dani shares with Bill. Every stolen glance, every heated exchange between Dani and Bill chips away at the foundation of her marriage. Yet, there's a part of Dani that clings to Andre, perhaps out of fear of being consumed by Bill's chaos. The tension between these competing desires creates a narrative that's as gripping as it is heartbreaking. The path forward, a collision course of hearts. So, where does this leave us? Will Dani and Bill find their way back to each other, leaving Haley to pick up the pieces of her shattered heart? Or will Dani hold fast to her marriage, leaving Bill to confront the consequences of his actions? The beauty of Beyond the Gates lies in its unpredictability, its ability to keep viewers guessing with every twist and turn. Let's consider the possibility of Dani and Bill reuniting. Their chemistry is undeniable, a force of nature that defies logic and reason. The kiss was a spark, but it's the underlying current of their shared history that could pull them back together. Bill's jealousy over Andre suggests he's not ready to let Dani go, and Dani's willingness to use her marriage as a weapon against him reveals her own lingering feelings. If they do reconcile, it won't be a fairy tale ending. Their relationship is a battlefield, littered with the scars of past betrayals. Any reunion would be fraught with challenges, trust would need to be rebuilt, and Bill's wandering ways would need to be tamed. But the passion between them is a powerful force, one that could overcome even the most daunting obstacles. For Haley, this scenario would be a devastating betrayal. She entered the fray with eyes wide open, warned by Dani of Bill's nature, but the heart wants what it wants. If Bill abandons her for Dani, it would be a crushing blow, one that could send her spiraling into a new arc of vengeance or redemption. Haley's character is still developing, and her response to this potential heartbreak could redefine her role in the story. Will she fight for Bill, or will she rise above the drama, proving herself stronger than the man who broke her heart? Alternatively, Dani could choose to stay with Andre, closing the door on her past with Bill. This path would require her to confront her own motivations, to decide whether her marriage is a genuine commitment or merely a tool to provoke Bill. If she chooses Andre, it could be a triumph of self-respect, a declaration that she's done playing Bill's games. But it would also mean letting go of a love that, for all its flaws, has defined so much of her life. The emotional weight of this decision would resonate deeply with viewers, offering a poignant exploration of sacrifice and self-discovery. Then there's the wild card, Bill himself. His actions are the linchpin of this drama, and his unpredictability keeps everyone on edge. Will he fight for Dani, or will he continue his pattern of chasing what he can't have, only to lose interest once it's within reach? Bill's character is a fascinating study in contradictions, charming yet cruel, confident yet deeply flawed. His journey could take him in any direction, from redemption to ruin. The stakes: love, betrayal, and redemption. As Beyond the Gates unfolds, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just a story about who ends up with whom, it's a saga about the cost of love, the pain of betrayal, and the possibility of redemption. Dani, Bill, and Haley are flawed, human characters, each grappling with their own desires and demons. Their choices will ripple through the narrative, affecting not just their own lives but the entire world of the show. For Dani, the question is whether she can break free from the cycle of longing and heartbreak that defines her relationship with Bill. Her marriage to Andre is a lifeline, but it's one she's not fully grasped. For Bill, the challenge is to confront his own nature, to decide whether he's capable of true commitment or doomed to repeat his mistakes. And for Haley, the path forward is about finding her strength, whether that means fighting for love or walking away with her head held high. The drama of Beyond the Gates thrives on its ability to mirror the complexities of real human relationships. Every kiss, every argument, every tear is a reflection of the messy, beautiful, painful reality of love. As we await the next chapter, one thing is certain: the gates are wide open, and the story is far from over. Will Dani and Bill rekindle their flame, leaving Haley to face the ashes of her dreams? Or will Dani find a way to make her marriage work, leaving Bill to wrestle with his own regrets? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Beyond the Gates updates and news, so subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.